Okay, so today we're going to replace the wiper, just the insert, just the rubber part of this wiper. And we're going to replace it with factory inserts. So these are genuine Honda parts, and the part numbers are on here. You can also go to hondaparts.com and use your VIN or your model of car, and it'll tell you which ones that you need to get. They are different depending on where they're going in the car. So I have two that are driver's side. You can see the model number here, 76622, whatever. This is for the driver's side. And then this is for the passenger side. They also make one for the rear deck. I don't have one with me, but I've had these for a couple of years now, and they're definitely still good to go. So each one of these is, I want to say they're like $10 to get these directly from Honda. You can go to the Honda dealer or you can get it directly online. So what you want to do before you take these off is get a cloth, and I'll show you why. So you want to, there's a little clip right back here where my finger is, and if you hold that down, then you can slide this down because it releases. You just pull this off. And the reason you have this is this arm is under tension. And if you hit it and it comes down, you can hear the spring. It will hit your windshield and you will be buying a new windshield. So you want the cloth, and go ahead and put this all the way down while you're replacing the insert on this arm. So the way the arm works is in here, you can see that there is a metal piece here and a metal piece here. It's two different sides to the same piece, and then you just want to pull it out. So you grab the insert and you pull it out, and remember how this is coming. So the arm, the round part here, is facing up, so it goes like this on the car. So you're pulling the insert down from the bottom. You pull it from the bottom, and then you have the metal pieces. You have one on each side. And notice how it's set up. There's a little notch, it's rounded over. On this other side, it's the same. Little notch rounded over. On the rubber side, no notch on this end. No, and one notch, but it's not at the end on the other. All right, so now leave it all in place. Go ahead and open the insert. And this is the same on both ends. It's the same. So we're going to pull this out, and you'll notice that there's a notch on this side. And there's a notch here. So that gives you an idea of the orientation of where this is going to go. So if you look at the metal now, the metal without the notches, remember this was on the bottom. So let's let that go. So we're going to take the first one, and we're going to put it in up here at the top. And it just slides right in. You take the second one, put it in the same. Just slides right in, easy peasy. Remember, this is the bottom where the notches are here. This is the bottom, this is the top, right? There's a notch here on the end and a notch here on the end. This is the high end. So on your arm again, remember this is the factory arm. This is the one that came with the car. Just slide this in from the bottom in the grooves. There's grooves here to keep it all in line. It in, slide it in, slide it in, slide all the way to the end, and slide. Whoa, came undone down here. Came off the track. I was on a roll and wasn't paying attention. All right. If it's hard to push, then it's probably not in the track down here any longer. Okay. Make sure all the metal is still in the correct place. It slides a little bit sometimes. Okay. This one back. Okay. Put it in. All right. Push it in the last little bit. It'll lock in. And what's important is, if you remember, when I showed you this notch, remember I said this was at the bottom. And if you look here now, the plastic piece has locked into that notch on the bottom. That's why it's important to remember the orientation of where the rubber goes, because that notch needs to be on the bottom so it can lock in. So now it won't slide out or slide up because the plastic itself is holding it down. So now you grab the arm, put the wiper arm in like this, and you just push it forward. You hear it click. Remove your cloth, put the blade down, and that's it. The other one's the same way. It's just shorter. So we go through here, put the cloth down, pull the clip, push the clip in, pull the blade down, put this down, pull this down from the bottom. This is the top where the round part is, where the flops like that's the bottom. Pull this down.
Wait 1 second, Dad. Okay.
All right, so remember, the round part is the top, the floppy part here is the bottom. So we want to push it down from the bottom. And interestingly enough, the maker of the wiper insert and the maker of the wiper arm is the exact same company. Mitsuba on this Honda. So we're going to pull this out from the bottom again. Get all the debris out. And you'll notice that this one also has the notch on the bottom on each side so the arm can grab it.
Wait, point out the notch again.
The notch is right here. All right, so if we look at the wiper blade, the metal part, this one's backwards. So it should be like this at the end, the top of the wiper blade. The two rectangles should be at the top. So we're going to do that with the new one. All right. Remember where the notches are. The notch is at the bottom. So we take the one with the rectangle cut into the metal part and put it in the top. Slide it in. Grab the other piece of metal. Put it in. Come on there. There we are. This one in. All right. Okay. Grab the insert, grab the blade. The round part goes up in your hand. Remember where the notch is. This goes on the bottom. Slide it in. Slide it in. And when you slide it, you'll see that you have the metal part, the groove that has the metal piece, and then you have a wider groove. And in the wider groove, the one right above the metal, is where these go. So when you put it in, you'll see that it sits in that other slot. Just want to make sure it stays in that slot all the way up. Okay, last one. Make sure they're all correct before you push it all the way through and lock it in. That's going to lock in. You're about to see the clip here go into that notch, and that's when it'll lock in. And now it's locked in. Now the blade can't be removed from the arm. Put it back in. Put the round part of the blade up. Put it in like this. You just pull. You hear the click. Remove your cloth, put the blade down, and now you're all done. This was how you change just the wiper inserts in your wiper blades instead of the whole wiper arm, which is what you typically get from an auto parts store. You do the whole thing for about $10 a blade versus $35 or $40 a blade. Save the time, save the money, and be prepared. That's all I have for you guys today. Be blessed. Remember, be kind to one another. It's a crazy world. Gray and I will see you again next week. You all take care. Bye.